Hey y'all, it's Kyle. Welcome back to MovementLink. So we're continuing our conversation about running technique here. And we're going to start today with the concept of just letting gravity do the work for us. So this is going to be a follow along thing that you can do with very, very little space. You can do it with any clothing on, really. We're just really going to translate what we do when we walk into what we do when we run and trying to get that big picture there. So first thing we're going to do is we're just going to stand up straight. We're going to get everything nice and tight, butt tight, belly button drawn in. Our feet are getting screwed into the floor, rib cage down. We're standing tall. Our shoulders are in their place and our head is balanced. So just that get tight checklist. And then what I want you to do is I want you to take a step by pressing off of the ground. I'll give you a second. Hopefully you tried it and you're completely confused about what I want you to do. That's perfect. So it doesn't make any sense. So if I'm here and I'm going to take a step, I don't press off of the floor to take a step. So how do we take a step? We get nice and tight. I'm going to lean at the ankle. Okay, and that's going to take my body forward. It's going to take my center of mass and put it on the other side of my ankles. And I can either fight with my toes or I can let it go and I'm either going to fall down or I'm going to put my foot down. So this is how we walk. It's completely natural. Let's try it again. We're just going to get nice and tight. We're going to lean forward and we're going to take a step and that starts our momentum going forward. So this is what we want to think about when we're running is we want to get our body weight off center. If we are landing with this foot way far away and we're doing this heel striking thing, we get that weight centered. We want to keep that weight off-centered so it forces the next step. So the drill I want you to play around with, and it's just a walking drill, you don't need very much room here, is we're just going to lean forward. Again, leaning is not bending here. This is a mistake a lot of runners make when they're trying to lean. Leaning is bending at the ankles. So we're just going to lean forward and I want you to take a really, really long step. Lean forward, long step. Immediately, it stops you dead in your tracks. So if we were going to get on the other side of this foot, we're going to take a lot of energy, a lot of muscle to get on to the other side of that foot. So now what I want you to do is lean, and then I want you to take the tiniest step you've ever taken in your life. So lean, tiny step, and it forces the next step. Nothing you can do about it. So that's what we're trying to do when we're running. We're trying to embrace the falling feeling. And so it's not about being balanced straight up and down. It's about being in control, but in a position where we have to take the next step, and we have to take the next step or we fall down. That way gravity is pulling us forward and we're not pushing off of the floor. So a lot of people, especially when we start looking at people sprinting and trying to run faster and all of these things, they think it is pushing off of the ground and it looks kind of like they're skating, but really all we're trying to do is use gravity to lean us forward. So we've got some drills and stuff we can do so we can feel this out. One of them is going to be, we're just going to get nice and tight and we're going to hop up and down and then we're going to lean at the ankles. And when you lean at the ankles, what you're going to see is we automatically start to move forward. You don't have to jump forward. All you have to do is get that body weight off-centered and it pulls you forward. So next time you're running, try and feel gravity be the force that propels you forward, not your body being the force that propels you forward. All right, talk to y'all soon.